Brock Purdy effect on the offense. Let me put it this way. I don't think the Niners would have beaten Washington last week with Jimmy. No offense to Jimmy. But that was a really good front seven of Washington. And they sold out to stop the run. They were really vulnerable to two things: pocket movement and throws down the field. And I don't think that, I think he would have got hit a lot in this game. I don't think he would have been able to avoid the hits that Purdy avoided. And I don't think, the touchdown to Kittle down the field, I don't think Kyle would have called that for Jimmy Garoppolo, like a post for Ray. That's a Purdy play. Or the play action rollout to the left, I don't think they would have called that for Jimmy. So I think what we're seeing is the Niners are winning games that they might not have won with Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think we're seeing that their offense is now really, really, really good, and it's living up to all the talent it finally has. It's had for a while, It's finally living up to the talent it's had for a while.
Yeah, and, I don't know if it's just necessarily – sometimes I got to wonder, but, the play action, the bootleg, that's increased under Brock Purdy. He would have avoided Jimmy would have got sacked on that one time when Brock scrambled for like 20 yards and threw it away. That was great by him. But I don't know necessarily if it's completely play calling or it's just that Brock recognizes targets downfield where Jimmy just never did. I mean, we watched all 22 countless times and there's guys open deep, not even deep, but 30 yards downfield, and Jimmy just didn't pull the trigger on that. And the biggest difference between these two quarterbacks, I was looking at their statistics today, and I posted them. And you look at the chart, and Jimmy's chart actually looks better than Brock's, like the efficiency. But what you really got to look at, and what the most important thing, right, is what do we want to do? We want to score touchdowns, right? Points are good, obviously. And Brock's averaging 2 touchdown passes per game. Jimmy was 1.45. So Jimmy was, if he played the full season, would have got like 24 touchdowns. Brock Purdy is, if he plays a full season, he's trending 34 touchdowns. That's 10 more touchdowns per season, which would actually put him at 4th or 5th in the entire NFL behind only Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and maybe Kirk Cousins, which is phenomenal if he continues at that trajectory.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's also clear that he's such a better fit for the offense than Jimmy Garoppolo is. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo does certain things well. He throws 10-yard passes really well, 10 to 15 yards. He throws it with zip, anticipation, and good ball placement. I mean, he's one of the better intermediate throwers, one of the better ones in the league, not the best. But, man, he can't move. So he's a sitting duck in a pocket that's not – the right side's not great. It's not a great pass protecting. It's not a great offensive line, straight up. And so if a quarterback who can't move behind it makes it look even worse. And he just doesn't throw the ball down the field. He doesn't want to do play action. And to me, that makes you a bad fit with a running team. Like, everyone wants to stack the box against the 49ers. Stack the box. Okay, well, theoretically, there should be wide open throws down the field off play action. And if you watch the film, there always were. Every week you could say Kittle, Ayuk, Kittle, Tebow, up here. And Jimmy didn't look. Purdy sees it. He's calm. He's not in a rush to check it down. He's looking down the field, and all of a sudden, there's like 1 or 2 touchdowns a game to a wide open guy 30 yards down the field. And it's like, oh, well, Kyle did a great job scheming that up, or it's really easy for Brock. Well, yeah, this has been there. This has been waiting. This has been like a possibility for the Niners for 4 or 5 years. If you have a run game that's this good, you should be able to have a complementary play-action passing game that's unstoppable. Mm-hmm. And now they do. So that's the Brock Purdy effect right there. And until teams find a way to stop that, the Niners aren't going to lose. They're not going to lose.
Yeah, look at how Kyle's offense looked in Atlanta with Matt Ryan, who's having a horrible season this year. But back then, their passing game was top-notch. It was like one of the best in the NFL.
Because of play action.
Yeah, because of play action. And so now they're able to do that with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy sees the field, and it's strange how, he's not a big dude, but he sees the field really well. I think that's a worry for a lot of, teams when they have smaller quarterbacks. But I guess that's part of the reason why play action works in his favor. He's able to roll out a little bit. But Even though he's not the biggest dude, he sees the field way better than Jimmy. And we just got done seeing Jimmy's best year of his career, and Brock Purdy looks way better than Jimmy in his best season. And it's really just his ability to score, put points on the board. To me, that it creates something out of nothing, put points on the board, and see the open receiver. Just make the play that's there.